At 5:39 on a Sunday morning, the quiet of an industrial street in Strongsville, Ohio, was shattered by an impact so violent it shook the surrounding buildings.
Three occupants. No one's conscious.
Recording. Recording. Mounted. Wi-Fi connected.
We gotta bust the window out.
2.
Bring up some more units.
You want me to grab my med?
A passerby traveling down the road spots the mangled wreckage and frantically pulls out their phone.
Southwest Dispatch.
Yes. Are you familiar where Progress coincides with Albion Road there in Strongsville?
Yep.
Yeah, just across the street from Progress, the building, there's a car that's smashed up against the building. I didn't go up to it because I was on my motorcycle. I didn't know if I'd get stuck, but they ran the curb. I can see they smashed the sign and hit the building. The car's crashed.
Could you tell if someone was in it?
I didn't go up to it. I was on my motorcycle.
How long ago was this?
2 minutes. I live right on Westwood. I live right down the street.
Which corner?
Okay, if you're coming from the police station and you're made a right on Pearl and went Progress, when you dead end into Albion, as you look across straight ahead of you west, you'll see the car up against the building.
So the northwest or southwest corner?
Well, it's not really. It's west. It's that big building. They're a piping company now.
Piping company? Okay.
Yeah, it used to be a Japanese company. Now it's a... And I noticed the sign was out there. They hit the sign and smashed the building.
Oh, jeez.
I mean, I can go back over there if needed.
That's okay, I'll find it.
Okay. Yeah.
All right, did you want to leave your name and number? Just have them check it out.
Sure. Yeah, my name's...
All right, we'll have them check it out. Thank you for calling.
All right. Okay.
All right,
Bye.
bye.
When first responders approached the vehicle, they realized they were dealing with a mass casualty scene. The structural integrity of the passenger cabin had collapsed inward.
Radio, we got at least 2 occupants in here. No one's moving. Oh my God. Oh my God. ×3, guys.
For 20-year-old Dominic Russo in the front passenger seat and 19-year-old Davian Flanagan directly behind him, the physics of the crash left no room for survival. Both young men sustained catastrophic, non-survivable trauma and were pronounced dead at the scene by arriving medical personnel.
No one's breathing.
But in the driver's seat, 17-year-old Mackenzie Shirilla was miraculously alive, though severely pinned by the steering column and collapsed dashboard.
Radio, the driver is breathing unconscious.
For over 40 minutes, emergency crews worked mechanically to cut her out of the wreckage. Once freed, she was rushed to a waiting Life Flight helicopter and airlifted to Metro Health Medical Center in critical condition.
We can leave them in there because I'm going to call that in the corner. Yeah, I'll call the corner. All right, so we can go right here, wall here. Let me get chopper already land? Okay, go lock it up.
I think it's like...
Have you guys called me in?
Alright.
Pardon me, Judge.
Yeah.
Did you guys pull a bunch of stuff out of the trunk, or do we have a fourth that ran away?
No, that stuff was already out back there. I moved it back in that area.
Look,
No, this stuff back here, I put, we
took it out?
Yeah, we took,
Okay.
no, that was already out.
that was out.
It was out all over. It was debris all over. We were looking for ID.
Yeah, it wasn't. It looks organized.
Yeah, no, sorry, no, it's, we were looking for ID, so we just threw it, took it back there to see if we can find anything.
57 over.
How's it going?
Make sure I get the license plate.
At this stage, the working theory among the officers on the ground was clear. A horrific, heartbreaking teenage driving accident. Perhaps she fell asleep. Perhaps she swerved to miss an animal in the dark.
Oh my God, you're in the car. I'm trying. I need you to get this guy.
But the first fracture in the accident narrative occurred inside the trauma bay. As emergency room nurses cut away Mackenzie's clothing to insert IV lines and stabilize her internal injuries, a heavy object fell from her clothes. Tucked securely into her waistband was a digital scale and a clear plastic bag containing 6.91 grams of psilocybin mushrooms.
Flash. I don't want to turn this shit off. I don't.
Why was a teenager carrying distribution-level narcotics hidden on her body at 6 o'clock on a Sunday morning? It was the first indication to Detective Zaki Hazu that this scene required a far deeper investigation.
She had a scale and shrooms on her person.
Yes.
So
So,
I had that scared.
I'm at the point of overwhelmment.
Well, break it down.
I'm focused on the crash
We'll
and
break
the
it down into
occupants.
segments.
Yeah.
And we can divvy up jobs if we have to.
Property would be helpful. So can do property.
Yeah, you're not going to do this all yourself. Can you stay over for a while?
Yeah.
Okay. And help out with like property maybe, and then
That would help.
and Burning was willing to stay over, and he might stay over to cover Day Shift Road because you were going to cover Day Shift Road.
Yeah, you're right.
And then
I have to go to Metro.
you can go to Metro because you're doing the investigation. So I would like you to go there and see if you can talk to her.
Yes.
And see if you can get blood from her, even if it's after the 3-hour period.
Yeah. I need a cheat sheet on that.
Yeah, I'll grab you a kit and show you how to do it.
And she's a juvenile.
Yeah.
Which means she probably has Instagram, so he might be in a picture with one of
Did she take a bunch of pictures, Smeed?
She did. Yeah.
All right.
With
I got
in there. I believe.
All right. I got.
After one day, on August 1st, 2022, several individuals visited the police station to provide potential evidence related to the ongoing investigation.
Hello. How are you two? What can I help you with?
So, we have data on Life360. You guys have about when they crashed the speeder.
Yeah.
But we wanted to bring it in because we were talking to my mom about it. She said it'd probably be best just in case.
Sure.
So we had this of when they crashed and the speed and all of that. We just wanted to bring it in just in case.
Yep. Yeah.
Because she said that she didn't see anything about it, and she said to be safe just to bring it all into you guys so that you could see it. But
yeah. We've got it already.
Okay.
Yep. Thank you though. Yep. Did you knew those two?
Yeah.
Okay. Okay. All right. Well, I'm very sorry for your losses.
Thank you.
Yep. Yeah. Thank you for bringing that in. They do have it. The detectives have been putting some serious work in on it just to try to cover all the bases and everything. So, yeah, we appreciate it.
Well, thank you.
All right. You're welcome. Take care. Okay.
August 2nd, 2022. As investigators continued piecing together the mystery surrounding the tragic accident, two close friends of the victims quietly arrived at the police station, carrying information they believe could help uncover the truth.
Miles an hour, I heard.
It says exactly how it said they didn't. There was no hard braking until, like, it'll show you when they hard braked, and that was when they hit the wall. It didn't even say they hard braked when they hit the sign. Yeah.
Right, they probably didn't. They probably...
So this is how accurate it is.
Okay.
I just want to show you.
Oh, no, explain it.
So this is when they were going down Progress Drive, and then you know how there was, like, tire tracks before it, like on that side grass. So that's the sign.
That's when it hits the sign.
And then that's where she curved exactly right on.
Gotcha.
Missed those two rocks and went right into the sign, the side of it. But I'm just confused on how the back of the sign was messed up. But she went right into that wall.
Right.
No, so you can see like the hard braking was right at the wall, and then her high speed
was after the hard braking.
Was 90 miles per hour.
So it said it's a recording. Does that play?
So
I mean, what does it mean? It's just
how it works,
screenshots.
It's just a tracker.
Yeah, it's like
Okay.
my parents have me in a circle so they can see where I'm going. It just follows you wherever
Right.
you go.
And Davion had us in
Yeah,
it.
we had
Okay.
we had a bunch of us. We had all of our friends in it. Like
Okay.
Davion was in it too. We can literally see where Davion has been.
So I
for
don't
the
know
past
if you guys
however
know.
long you need to know.
Okay.
Like, we can show you where
I
he
don't
was
know
at.
if you guys know they were at a party before this.
We do have information as to other places they were going to. I'm not sure what the detectives have, but they know they have statements from other people of parties that they were potentially at.
So they were at Paul Burling house. I don't think their parents knew about the party, but I can be wrong.
Okay. If you guys want, I will let you guys write statements.
Okay.
And you can write down.
Is there anywhere I can like send screenshots?
Absolutely. I will give you. I'll write down my email.
But you guys,
And you can send the screenshots right to the email, and I'll get them all to the detective.
so I spoke to friends that were at the party. I wasn't personally there. I mean,
Okay.
I wish I was there.
Okay. Hey, any information you have that can help us out to help try and sort out and get a better understanding of what happened
Yeah.
is helping us.
Yeah.
So I'm gonna give you my email.
But there
here
was
at
the
work.
fact that they might have been on psychedelics.
Okay.
So Kenzie was the driver, and they said that she took a nap. But if you know psychedelics, that's like a 8-hour to 12-hour. Like
You cannot sleep.
yeah, you cannot sleep. Right.
You can see the exact time they left the house. I don't know.
That's my email, so you can just send everything right there.
All right.
But yeah, if you guys want to write down what you know, and then just put down how you know it, whether you were told that directly by them, it was something you directly heard, or if someone else is you're hearing it third party, because that's information that the detectives are going to want to know. Because
I texted Davion he texted me at 5:30 in the morning.
Okay.
And it says that they crashed at 5:36.
So he texted you right before they crashed.
So and you
Like,
can
it shows him he
it
got
shows
on the phone.
on this app Davion was on his phone at 5:35.
Okay.
So it was like almost like he was like a hostage in the car.
Like I don't
Like
know.
because everybody.
What
said
did he?
that-
Can you send me the text messages that he sent you at that?
I was on vacation at the time. If you want to see it, it's just
What I'm saying, if you want to screenshot those, screenshot me the text messages you were having.
Okay.
Screenshot me the full route.
Yeah.
That it shows, and then if you want those key points, like the point that you know you're getting a text message from at the time, screenshot those, and then we can put it all. Like I go, you can send me 100 million pictures, whatever you want to do to try and give us a better map. Because if we have all those pictures in a line, we have the full timeline. We can expand it. We can get a better understanding with speeds and all that. Everything that you're telling me.
Yeah.
And then if you want to write it down, you can write it down too.
The police had only just begun their full investigation, carefully gathering evidence and following every lead. As the case started to unfold, investigators turned to those closest to the victims for answers. Now let's listen to one of the key interviews that could shed new light on what really happened.
It is November 1, 2022 at 14:03. I'm here with Christopher Martin, who goes by Hinch. Okay, beautiful. So, Chris, thanks for coming down.
No problem.
I just, couple of things. Primarily, I want to ask you about the incident that happened a week before the fatal crash when you were sent down to the highway. But before we get there, I just want to ask you, where do you know Dominic? How long have you known him?
I know Dominic through his mother.
Okay.
She actually took care of a couple cases for me. We ended up becoming real good friends.
Okay.
And so it's been about 2.5, 3 years now.
Beautiful.
And, I always just try to be there for the kids. And, they kind of looked up to me and I just kind of been around for them.
Cool. So, do you remember the incident that I'm about to ask you about where
Yes.
you picked him up from the highway?
Yes.
Okay. That day, what do you remember? Where were you when you got the call? Who called you? And what did they ask you to do?
I was actually at Christine's house. We were sitting around. She had just came back. She was sick. She got out the hospital and wasn't feeling well. Dominic called her and he was upset. And she was like, well, where are you at? And he was like, I'm driving in a car with her. And he was like, I just want to go. He was like, I don't want to be around her anymore. I'm done. So she was like, well, do you mind going to go pick him up? I said, not a problem. So as I leave her house, go to the highway, get on the highway, and I call him. I said, well, where are you at? And she was like, I'll crash this car. I'm like, dude, what you mean? I'm like, Dominic, just tell her to pull over. I'm like, I'm right behind you guys, so just pull over and stop, and I'm right here. Like, I'll be there in 2 seconds. So I hop on the highway. They were more down towards the Pearl. I get on at 82, and they were more a little bit past the Pearl exit right there. And, it was raining. So as soon as I pull up, she's just going like this, and he's trying to get out the car. And once he get in the car with me, I said, dude, you don't have to deal with this. You're young. You got a long life to live. You don't have to deal with no chick in her attitudes, whatever. If you're not happy, just let her go. You know what I mean? If it was true love, she'll be back. So we're sitting there having that conversation in the car on the way back home. And man, I would have never expected that would even happen. A week later, just mind blowing. But yeah, we got in the car and he was like, man, I just can't deal with, she don't want to listen. She drives like a maniac. I was like, well, you don't have to drive with her. You have your own car, and just let her go about her way. Take your time away from her. Get yourself together. And he was like, yeah, I think that's going to be the best thing to do. And then later about we get back to the house, probably 20 minutes after we get to the house, her dad shows up. He wants Kenzie stuff. He's like, I have no problem. It's like, just have her or you can bring my stuff back over here and I'll give you her stuff. So he went and grabbed some purses and gave them back to her, and or gave them to her dad, and yeah.
So let me clarify a few things. So when you got the call, you said 71 at Pearl Road. Were they going toward Strongsville or toward Cleveland? Were they
Towards
north or
Cleveland.
south? So they were 71 north.
Yes.
And they had just passed. Did they get to Bagley or before Bagley?
Before Bagley.
Okay, so that's going to be 71 north between Pearl and Bagley. So when you left the house, were you on the phone with him? Did he call you? Did you call him?
I called him.
You called him?
I called him to find out where his location, where they actually were at. Because I'm coming down the highway trying to meet up with them. And
okay. And they were still moving as this was happening. She didn't.
I was on the phone with him. I said, well, just tell her to pull it over. We don't need anything happening. Just tell her to pull it over. So she pulled the car over. I said, thank God. I'm right behind you. And I pulled up.
Who is she?
Kenzie.
Okay. And when you were on the phone with him, can you clarify again what you heard her say over the phone?
She says she'll crash this car right now.
You heard her say that? Okay. And so they pulled the car over. Were they on the right side or the left side? Do you remember?
Right side.
Right side. Yeah. So
right off the berm.
Right off the berm. So did you get out of the car or did Dom just come back to you?
Well, I was starting to get out the car because I seen her just going over, grabbing him and swinging at him.
So she's swinging at him, reaching over? Okay.
And I started to get out the car, and then I seen the door open, and he jumped out, and I said, well, come on, dude, it's raining. Let's get in the car. Okay. We're out of here.
And so when you guys left, where was she?
She was still in the car.
Still in the car, still at the highway? Okay.
Yeah, I let her pull off before we pulled off.
Okay.
Just to make sure the traffic was clear. She got on, boom, and we got off at Bagley, turned back around, came in.
How long have you known her?
About the same amount of time.
Same amount of time?
Yeah.
Did you ever talk to her?
Very few.
Very few.
So she'll say hi, bye, that's just about it. We never really had conversations.
Ever see them get into it?
A few times they argued.
Argued?
Yeah.
And what was that like?
He would just tell her to go, grab your stuff and go. You don't want her around, like, well, that's the best thing for her to do.
Mm-hmm.
Separate yourself from that situation.
On the way back from that incident, how did Dominic feel to you? How did he seem? How would you describe him?
He was upset.
Upset?
Yeah. Because they broke up at that point. Okay. Then they ended up back together 2 days later.
Okay. Was he angry?
No. He was like, he just couldn't deal with it no more.
What exactly did he describe as far as what she had done? Did he tell you, I mean, can you believe she did this or did that?
Well, he was saying that it was over something stupid. Like, he asked her to do something and she didn't want to do it. And he was like, well, look, you know, all I'm just asking is you keep stuff clean and this, that, and the other. And he didn't want to chill with one of her friends. And I guess that's where she was trying to go to.
Okay.
And it's like, I don't even like them people. So why would I even put myself around them? I said, I get you.
Did he ever confide in you, Dominic?
Yeah, a little bit.
A little bit?
Yeah.
Did he ever express concern for his safety around her? Like, hey, man, this woman is...
No.
Great. Okay.
No.
Did he feel like she tried to kill him that day? Like she intentionally was trying to drive the car into a wall? Or was that just a threat? Or
I think it was just a threat. I don't think he took it real serious, because if that was the case, he would have never got back in the car with her.
Okay. And do you know how they got back together 2 days later? Did she just showed up? Or
actually,
any idea?
The day they got back together, I ended up flying out or driving out to Omaha, Nebraska.
Okay.
So the day that he passed away, I got the phone call early in the morning, and I drove all the way back that day.
I'm sorry for your loss, man. This has been very difficult for everybody.
For everybody, yes.
Well,
sad situation.
Is there anything else about that incident or any episodes like this incident that you're aware of that I need to document?
They pretty much stayed to themselves.
Stayed to themselves.
He'll come out and play basketball, and then when she was working, and then we would just hang out then. All the kids, we would just shoot around and sit in the backyard and just hang out. And, every time she would come over maybe for dinner, if she was cooking like some non-gluten food for her that she can eat. And she would come over and have dinner, but really was a quiet person, really didn't say much to anybody.
Was Dominic shaken up after that episode?
Yeah. He was upset about that. Yeah. Because, they've been together for how many years, teenage love.
Right.
Hate to have to break up with your girlfriend, but like I said, there's plenty of other fish in the sea.
You ever been in a car with her?
No.
No?
No.
What's up with that?
I've seen her drive down the street by herself, so
yeah
I'm not getting in the car.
And how's her driving?
100 miles an hour. She just drive left foot, That's like, cause she was coming from Dunkin' Donuts one day, and I'm like, damn, she hitting corners, you hear tires. I'm like, whoa, hold up. But that's how she drove, young kids. And I tell my daughter all the time, she just asks for a car. I said, nah, after this, nah, you're gonna have to wait.
Dom ever express safety being in the car with her? I've heard he's a very cautious driver.
He is, very cautious. And then, he just knew she drove crazy, She had that left foot. A lot of these teens do. Sucks, but, that's why I won't give my daughter a car now.
Yeah. So you've seen her drive, never been in the car with her. Dominic never kind of expressed any concern getting in the car.
No. He would tell her to slow it down. You know what I mean? If he felt like he was,
Okay. Well, if you can think of anything else at a later time, like I said, I just wanted to focus in on this particular incident, just because you picked him up.
Yeah.
Did he mention anything about him maybe trying to grab the steering wheel? Did he say, like, I tried to stop the car, maybe try to put it in neutral, anything?
No. He didn't say nothing about none of that.
Okay. All right. Do you have any questions for me?
Recording.
Let me just get this. It is Thursday. It is 8:11 at 10. Okay. Paul, what is your social? And we'll redact that from the record, so don't worry.
If I try really hard, I'll confirm it.
Middle initial?
J.
And spell your last name, please.
BURLINGHAUS.
German-ish?
Yeah.
Okay. All right, Paul. And what's your date of birth, please?
October 5th, 2003.
And do you have a phone number?
403 105.
Yep.
Yeah, that's him.
Perfect. Thank you.
And hold on, social. Yep. You got it.
Yep. Oleg?
Yeah.
All right. And Mom, what's your name?
Carolyn Burlinghouse.
And Dad?
Ron.
All right. So, I'm sure you're aware. I got my card that I'm going to give you, but we're here piecing together what happened that led to the tragic accident that caused the death of Davion and Dominic. Now, we are going to ask some questions about the events that preceded the accident. And in good faith, I do have to let you know that we downloaded Mackenzie's cell phone. We're in the process of downloading the content of Davion's and Dominic's cell phones. Okay, so all the chit chat, even that doesn't directly include you, your name indirectly came up in those chat messages. Okay, and so we just wanted to talk basically about what had happened at the party. Now, I know you can't babysit everyone at your house. We realize that, both of us do, right? And so we don't expect you to have had constant contact, but as somebody who hosts a party, you should have a general feel, like, is there tension? Are there some people who are not necessarily getting along? You know, was something said or done that kind of made you think? Things of that sort. It is very critical that you're honest with me. Again, I'm not threatening you or charging you with anything, but if you're lying and it comes up through the phone records that there were text messages or social media indicating otherwise, the prosecutor could potentially, subpoena you if we do go to trial, if there is a criminal issue. So we're investigating both avenues. We're investigating the crash itself, the physical car crash, and we're also looking at possibly if there's any type of culpability or any type of legal, issues that pertain to that accident. You're not a suspect. You are just here as a person who had hosted the party, and your house was the last place they were at. So can you confirm where you live for me, please?
I live in 9382 Brushwood Lane.
Okay. So, Mom and Dad, you were out of town, I believe?
Yes.
Can you tell me where you were?
We were in Seneca Falls, New York.
Cool. What happened?
All right. So I was at work from 5 to 10, and then my car broke down then, so I couldn't get home until way later. So my coworker Julia Spicer, she drove me back to my house at around 10:30. So it was already pretty late. I was pretty tired. Most of us were pretty tired. Kind of didn't really want to hang out that night, but my parents weren't home, so we were going to anyway. And I had 6 people over, so in my opinion, that was not a party. There was no party activities going on, because I don't have enough friends to throw a banger, I'm gonna be honest. So at around 11, Rosie, Nina, and Landon show up together. They show up first because Rosie lives nearby, so she picked them up. So they showed up. And then Kenzie, Dom, and Davion, they were late. They were late to coming here. They came at around midnight, maybe somewhere around that time, because they were already at a grad party. I tried to figure out what grad party it was. I don't know. But they were already there. They weren't there for long. I don't know what they did there, but they weren't there for long. They got at my house at around midnight. We chilled there for a while, and then around like 1 a.m., I wanted to call it a night because my car broke down. Wasn't having much of a good night, obviously. And right before I went to sleep, Kenzie said, you should go to sleep because I'm probably going to go to sleep too. So I was like, okay, that's not that bad. So then I go upstairs at around 1. They're still up and they're still watching. I remember hearing South Park playing really loudly. And then I went downstairs again at 2, 3 a.m. to pee, sometime like that. And I saw Kenzie asleep on my couch in my front room when I saw that. And they were watching cartoons when I went down, and I went back upstairs and I went back to sleep.
Okay. So 1 a.m. you just went to bed and all 5 remained downstairs?
Yeah, they just remained downstairs.
Okay. And then what time did you wake up?
Wake up quite late, like 10 a.m.
So
maybe.
After the crash had happened?
Yeah, and I woke up to the call.
Which call?
I woke up to the call. Rosie told me that.
Oh, so Rosie found out?
Yeah.
Okay. So Rosie told you. All right. So, okay. Yeah, see, they said party, 6 people. I mean, it's a nice little get-together. So, let's start with, how well do you know Kenzie, Dominic, and Davion?
So I started being actual friends with Kenzie senior year because we both did homecoming court together, and I thought if I was gonna win homecoming king, she'll win queen with me. We didn't win, so don't worry.
Oh, hey.
But yeah, she made me actually confident in myself that year. So
where do you work?
I work at 2 places, Axo Noble, the laboratory, and then I work at 808 Shea Vice.
Where were you that night, 5 to 10?
I was at 808 Shea Vice.
Did you invite them over, or did Rosie invite them, or did Rosie say we're hanging out? How did Kenzie and Dom and
I would say
how did that happen?
I would say Rosie was like, can Kenzie, Dom, and Davion come? And
she was already there, so her and Kenzie must have been talking.
Yeah, so I said, yeah, of course they can come.
Okay. How's your relationship with Dom aside from Kenzie? Obviously, you and Kenzie are friends. You were on the homecoming court together. She made you feel confident. What was it, freshman year?
Senior year.
Senior year. So you guys had a relationship, a friend relationship. Was it ever more than that?
Me and Kenzie?
Yeah.
No.
Okay, just friends. So if Dom was a jealous person, how did he feel? How were you and Dom?
Well, he knows I'm gay, so he's,
okay,
he's
so
nice.
He's not worried.
So.
So Dom, that answered that. The night when you guys were talking about shrooms, how many times have you done shrooms before?
I had done it only once before.
Only once before. Good experience or bad experience? Bad. You were considering it that night. Why?
Just my parents weren't home. Not enough people to drink, but small enough, to do something like that. But we never really did.
Have you been at parties with these people prior to this? So you didn't have it was just like 6 or 7 of you that night. Have you been at parties with them prior to?
Funny story, actually. We went to one party that got busted 8 minutes after we showed up. So we literally didn't do anything. We just said hi, and then we had to go. So other than that, I've never been to a party with them. Sorry.
Are you friends with Kenzie on Snapchat?
Kenzie, yes.
Are you friends with Kenzie on Instagram?
If her Instagram account is still up.
It is.
Okay.
She made it private after.
Are you friends with Kenzie on TikTok?
Probably.
Okay.
I can't 100%.
Have you, in general, not just that night, any night, seen stories or snaps or TikToks of Kenzie and or Dom using drugs?
She's probably posted some shit like that sometime. She probably has. But
so definitely smoking the weed.
Oh, definitely.
Definitely smoking weed. She loved weed.
She loved the weed.
That's her nickname on there.
Yeah. Her and Dom don't seem to hide their drug use very much. They're pretty open about it, right? So if one or both of them posted a video, or, I mean, when they post snaps, you see them. It pops up on your phone. They're your friend. If they post a TikTok, you can see that, right? So if they were using cocaine, you would see that. Have you seen that?
No. I've
never seen that.
Now that I think about it, like I feel like they're a little smarter in posting that stuff. I mean, like, I don't see it as much as maybe you guys are envisioning it, but like, I've never seen her do coke. I feel like I've heard that she's done coke, but I've never seen her.
Never seen it. Never.
I've never witnessed.
Okay.
Recording.
Okay. So we 29th at 14:37. So we talked to Mom last week, and some of the issues that we asked about, she said you might be able to shed some more light on. Mostly what I'm interested in is the relationship between Mackenzie and Dominic, and perhaps some of the things you might have seen or some of the things that Dominic confided in you about. Okay? We're not going to ask about anything else. It's, at this point, not pertinent to what we're doing.
Okay.
So my first question to you is, how long have you known Mackenzie?
She would have had to have been... I forget if she was in 8th or 9th grade when she met Dom. I think, I would say since she was in 9th grade.
Okay.
Like early 9th grade, I think that they did initially meet when she was in 8th grade. And then, but like, I think they just met as like, you know, friends or whatever. But the first time I was introduced to her as like, oh, whatever, you know, this is like my girlfriend or whatever. It was, you know, like high school.
Gotcha. What was your relationship like with her? Did you talk to her?
In the earlier years of the relationship, we were like much more close. She would like come to me with a lot of stuff, like kind of talk to me like a big brother, you know? And there's many times like they were having issues even years ago where Dom would want to break up with her or something, and it wouldn't be like that simple. It'd be like, you know, like from time to time again, it almost like she'd have like issues, you know, like self-esteem issues, like she'd get crazy about stuff, like accuse him of cheating and stuff when he's not, you know what I mean, stuff like that. And just then for a while, you know, I would talk to her, and you know what I mean, then it would be like not constant, but there'd be like every like week, like couple weeks at one point, or like week or so, where they were almost breaking up, and then she'd be threatening to hurt herself. And this is back when she's in probably 10th grade, like she's still a sophomore. Dom's like a junior or senior or whatever, you know. And like, yeah, stuff would arise, and it would like never really take like a healthy course, to be honest with you.
Okay.
And over time, my relationship with her really subsided. I stopped talking to her. I stopped like really trying to be there for her, because ultimately I just seen that she was very, very selfish. You know what I mean? Like, for me, you know, like there's two types of love that you give somebody, and it's like I love that person unconditionally, and I want to see them prosper and be happy no matter what that entails for me. And there's a type of love that's selfish and restricted, and I want them all to myself. And that was Kenzie with Dom. It was the latter, not the first step. There was times where even in later years where, you know, Dom's old enough to like, you know, like he wasn't of drinking age, but he can go to bars and hang out and stuff, even though he couldn't like drink and stuff. And there would be times, you know, that one of my friends, because I'm 23, would be having a birthday party, and she would like forbid him from going, and it'd be all just my buddies, you know, because she'd be like, oh, there's probably going to be girls there. Well, if it's a bar, there's probably going to be girls there, yes, and there's probably going to be men there. It's going to be it's a public place, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
But she got weird over him going to public places, would like a lot of stuff.
Okay.
But all of that stuff like led me from distancing myself from her because it just became a thing where I couldn't help her in my eyes because she was always stuck on like a selfish path, like wouldn't like listen to me or take my advice, you know. And even even in like the aspect of like it's better to have loved and lost and never have like loved at all, you know.
Mhm.
She never got that. It's always like no, blah 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 blah, like I'll never let him go kind of thing.
Gotcha. So let's go back to the crazy part. You mentioned that anytime Dom would kind of want to break up with her, she kind of would go crazy. Describe crazy. Like what kind of crazy?
Like there is times where she called Dom and said, if you break up with me, I'm going to kill myself. Word for word. And then Dom, he was a very, very selfless person. And he did, like, obviously, like, they were together for a long time. And they built, like a relationship. And they cared for each other deeply. You see what I'm saying? And even though Dom did care for her deeply, I'm not disputing any of that. But he's seen all the toxicness that she was putting onto him. Mm-hmm. And every single time he would try to distance himself like from that and say, hey, we could be friends, this and that, blah, 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 still here for you, like, you know, but like, I want to break up or whatever. She would say stuff like that.
So how do you know that? And if you don't mind me asking, so she told you or
she's told me, he's told me, they both told me.
Okay.
Like, this is her not recently, because like I said, like, we haven't been, you know, close in like a long time. But I mean, I've gotten like new phones since, so I don't have like text records on here.
Mm-hmm.
But if you went through the service provider or whatever, you can even find text records a couple of years ago of just like me having long paragraph texts with her telling her like this and that and trying to like be accommodating and nice to her about stuff and her just not listening to a word I'm saying. And I mean, it's a while ago.
On that note, before we go, have you had the same number, even though you got a new phone? Has you saved that number? What is your phone number?
Last week here.
No,
hey, I'll read it for here. It says, hey, Angelo, that's August 6, 4:14 p.m. Hey, Angelo, I don't know if you hate me, but tomorrow for the funeral, would you be able to go in Dom's room and grab some photos from his desk for me and him so I could put them into the casket so he can be with me forever?
Doesn't say sorry, doesn't say nothing, doesn't say anything. It says, hey, Angelo, I don't know if you hate me, but can you go grab pictures of us and put them in his casket so I could be with him forever? How, like, honestly, how psychotic does that sound? That sounds fucking twisted. She texted me again after that, and all just to say, please let me know. And she texted me again, August 23rd. Actually, she did say sorry one time. First time that she ever said this. She said, here, you can read it if you want.
It says, hi, Angelo. I just wanted to say I'm so sorry. I know you probably think this is all my fault, and I'm not asking you to feel bad for me, but I just wanted to say I'm so sorry, and I know you miss him so much. I wish he was here too. This should have never happened. He loves you so much, and you, I know.
Yeah, I know.
You know that. I don't even know what to say to you or just feel so bad. I hope you guys can forgive me because I'll always look at you guys as family. You don't even need to respond to me. Just wanted you to know I'm so sorry. Okay.
But see, even these texts that she sent me, even in this one, okay, it maybe would have been something if it's like, hey, if it was just, I'm so sorry, you know. But then she has to go just one line. It's one sentence of I'm so sorry, and then it goes, I know you probably think this is all my fault, and I saw you go. And then she says, why would I feel bad for you? You guys can forgive me. How to take you where you one sentence of saying sorry, and then finally apologize just to go to that. So I'm finally saying, I'm sorry I killed your brother. I hope that you forgive me. How's forgiveness and me feeling bad for you even on your mindset? Like, how is it even on? Like, how's it even on there? It should literally be like, I'm so sorry. Like, I bought the pain. Like, it should all be about who you're texting.
She's worried about what you think of her, so she's using the I'm
it's
sorry
everything.
As a buffer.
Like the whole entire consistency of her is just she's just self-absorbed and self-centered. Everything that she texts me, even if she's finally saying I'm sorry, it's about her. It's not even about me.
So, I know since we gave her the phone, she's been back active on on social media and all that. Any of your friends screenshot you anything? Have you? You know, we've received some photos of her in the wheelchair out and about.
I could definitely get some screenshots. I'm not on social media much at all.
Okay.
But the first thing I did hear of, and at the time, we didn't even know if this was her mom or her or what, because we didn't even know if she was even awake to use a phone. We didn't know how severe her injury was or anything, you know. And the first thing I seen from her, she didn't text my mom, she didn't text me, she didn't text my dad, she didn't text anybody in my family. The first thing I seen from her contacting anybody was she texted a modeling agency that reached out to her and said something. And she went on Instagram. But that was before even, like, you're going to go and reach out to a modeling agency on Instagram, let them want to use your picture before texting.
Several people have made us aware of that.
Many people in between that should have gotten that text beforehand. You know what I mean?
Right.
And then, like, her mom, her dad has still never even texted me once. I already previous to this had somewhat of a relationship with her mom, talking about her daughter's issues or whatever. And
After speaking with everyone involved in gathering their statements, the police officer decided it was time to interview her ex-boyfriend to get his side of the story and uncover more details about what had happened.
Recording.
We understand you're not under arrest.
Yeah.
You walk out anytime you want. We have approximately 10 questions that we wanted to ask you. First thing is, how long have you known Mackenzie?
Probably when I moved to Strongsville, so 9th grade. I came here probably when I was 16. I came from Brook Park.
So how old are you now?
18. Actually, I was probably 15 when I came here. So
15?
Yeah.
So about 2 years ago?
Yeah.
And so, how long were you guys in a relationship, you and her?
Well, we were all friends in a friend group at first, and Joey dated her first before I came to Strongsville, and then I ended up dating her for a little bit, like probably over the summer. I was only dating her for probably like a month and a half or like 2 months, and then me and Dom found out that she was cheating on us basically, but it wasn't like anything official, so it wasn't no hard feelings like with whatever happened. I just kind of was like, after me and Dom found out about that, we didn't have no problems with each other and nothing, but it was kind of like hard feelings and stuff like that. Why didn't you tell Dom? And Dom would ask her like, are you leading him on and stuff like that, and she would just lie to him. And then that's basically it with that. I don't know for like 2 months, and then after that, like they were on and off, and I kept on talking to her still while they were on and off because we were all still in the friend group and stuff. So, and then we kind of just like stopped being intimate, you know what I'm saying? And we're just friends. Around when she turned 16, I think, because I was at her birthday dinner with her family and stuff like that. And then after that, she had a party for Kalahari. All of us went, like Dom, me, AJ, Joey, Amory, Megan, Natalie, and Kenzie. And that was probably like when we stopped being intimate, was around her birthday, and after we went to Kalahari, and then it was just her and Dom after that.
Okay. Can you explain what you mean by intimate?
Like kissing or hugging or just like anything that like would happen in a relationship, you know what I mean?
Did you ever, were you physically, sexually?
No, we never had sex, but we would make out. That was it.
Who's Joey?
Joey Probes. He dated her. He's like one of my best friends, but he dated her. I know before I came to Strongsville for a little bit. I don't know.
Okay.
She was younger than 15.
Yeah.
Okay. So you said month and a half to 2 months over summer. Which summer? This past summer?
Oh no, it was like freshman summer.
Freshman summer?
Yeah, it was like after freshman year was over.
Okay. So describe the relationship. What was it? What was she like as your girlfriend?
I mean, like, she's kind of just like how you would explain any girls, really, you know what I'm saying? Like, they're all over the place in some ways, and like they don't know what they want. And I remember she would say stuff like towards the crazy side of her. Like, I remember conversations with her when she couldn't like decide what she wanted, like between me and Dom. Kind of, she would be like, she's like, oh, I love Dom so much, this and that, but like he's mad at me for all of this, and I'm just like, well, yeah, like why wouldn't he be like, you need to like just go stay with Dom because I'm not gonna be with you no more after this. Like I'm cool with just keeping the friend group as friends because I don't want to mess up the friend group. I was like, I don't got no problems with you or anything like that. We can all still be friends, but just like you need to go talk to Dom about like your personal issues and stuff because that's your relationship with him. Like, and she would tell me like how she, because we all obviously smoked weed, but she would say stuff like I don't even get high anymore, stuff like that. Not much with her relationship wise because we didn't date that long, but like friend wise, like she was crazy. Like our group chat, there was some days like we would all be getting ready for school, and she would be sitting there spam calling the group chat to the point where like we can't pick it up to even like answer it because she's just calling and declining and calling and declining. And then we finally do pick it up, and it was something as small as I can't figure out what I need to wear to school. It's like, why are you blowing up our phones? All of us, like it was everyone that went to Kalahari that was in that group chat. So it's like, why are you blowing us all up just over something as little as you can't figure out what you're trying to wear to school? Like she would be like just.
She like mentally just not all there? I mean,
yeah, I don't think she's just mentally all there. Like I personally feel like she was trying to kill herself in that crash, and she failed on doing so is what I feel like. And I feel like she had no regard for Davion, and I feel like they got in an argument, her and Dom, and she threatened to kill him.
Had she ever threatened that before?
She hasn't ever threatened to hurt anyone, but she's threatened probably like she hasn't like physically said like I'm gonna kill myself, but she's like, you know what I'm saying, like made it to the point where
alluded to it.
Yeah, you know what I'm saying, like where she's just like, I hate life, like shit like that, and like, but we were all obviously like, there for still trying to be friends with her and stuff like that. But our friend group probably fell out with Kenzie around like after 10th grade, and that's kind of when like all of us stopped being friends with just her. We were all cool with Dom still, just because she's so like crazy. She'll blow everyone's phone up. She's all over the place with everything, and then she's just in general like kind of a shady person. She's like a snake. Like she'll go and talk shit to everyone about everyone, and then like, you know what I'm saying, she'll go talk shit about me to someone else, and then she'll go talk shit about to that person to me. You know what I'm saying? But she would do it with everyone. So she went through multiple friend groups because of the type of person she was. Like she doesn't have no regard for other people.
Did you guys ever fight when you were dating?
No, I mean like
like argue?
No, not for real.
Nothing?
No, because I didn't really like care like that. Like I don't even think that it got to a point with me and her like that. But like I've said things about her since like we were being friends to other people, and maybe she's heard about it, but like I said again, I don't have no actual problems with her. I wouldn't go up to her and be like fuck you, like shit like that. Because even after 10th grade, I was dating this girl Haley, and we all went to Cedar Point. Me, Dom, Kenzie, and Haley. You know what I'm saying? I never had a problem with Dom or Kenzie even after all of that stuff, because we went to Cedar Point with us four probably in like 11th grade. Gotcha. And I remember we were at Cedar Point, and we were all about to get on the ride, and Dom was on a phone call, and she couldn't just wait for him to get off the phone call, and she was like, "You get on this ride now," or like she was sitting there getting, she's like, "I can't right now," and I was like, "Do you want us to just wait for him to get off the phone?" She's like, "No, you guys can just go." And then we go on the ride and we come back, and she like kicked Dom away from us to where it was just me, Haley, and Kenzie, and she was just like, "I'm about to break up with him and just leave him here." Like she was just saying stuff like that, and then like I texted Dom and I'm like, "Yo, you trying to go on a couple rides or something like that? Like where you at? I'll come link up with you and they can just do whatever they're trying to do." Like so, because she was sitting there, she's always threatened and was disrespectful to Dom in my eyes.
Why did Dom put up with this? Do you know?
I've personally been told that she did voodoo on him. I mean, I personally don't believe that, but she has told people that she's put a spell on him so that he couldn't break up with her. And she would tell people that she had like grabbed a piece of his hair, and that she had a doll in her room for Dom, and that she had literally put a spell on him, is what she would tell everyone. And like she truly believed in that kind of stuff. And she also uses the pendulum, I know too, to try to get answers. She tries to use it now to talk to Dom, because I'm friends with I'm related to Dom by religion and law, he's my like god cousin-in-law. So like
God cousin-in-law.
Yeah, my
I heard that.
I've never heard of that.
I actually just heard. I recently heard that. Okay.
Yeah, because my godmother Markella, and then Markella is about to marry Johnny, which is someone in Dom's family. So
Gotcha.
that would have made him my cousin-in-law.
So let me ask you this. In talking to your mom at some point, she mentioned that there were threats that Mackenzie made towards you when you guys were dating.
I honestly don't know why my mom ended up coming to the police station, because like, she's also like, I mean, I understand why, because she's related to Dom and them, but like, you know, I would have rather just came to you guys myself and told my story instead of her trying to get whatever she got out of it, because when I talked to her, it was the day that they died, so like, anything that I talked about, out of emotions or something.
Out of
like
emotions.
Yeah,
but did you mention anything to her about Mackenzie threatening you?
I've mentioned that she's threatened Dom, but not.
Have you ever heard Mackenzie threaten Dom?
Yeah, I mean, at the like I said, like at Cedar Point, she was threatening him to like leave him there and stuff like that. And then like going back to it, we were in this candy shop and this was after they had gotten over arguing and everything like that. She was like, either buy me something or shut the fuck up. No one's trying to listen to you. Like she just basically like used them to force money almost. And on her TikTok and stuff, Dom would always buy her designer, and she would always post on her TikTok as if she bought the designer, and she would be like calling out other people, trying to call them broke with her stuff and stuff like that. And I don't know, she's just kind of like an all over.
Did she have money?
She didn't have no job. I mean, she worked with my stepsister at Dunkin' Donuts for a little bit, that's all I know. And then she my stepsister would tell me that she was a terrible worker. She was just rude to everyone, like all of the, like she just didn't care. Like she was just rude to people, and she didn't work there no more than.
So the threats to Dom, were any of them threats other than I'm gonna dump you? Like were there ever threats of harm?
She's probably, I don't know. I think she's only threatened to harm herself. I don't really think she said that she was gonna kill him or anything like that. That's why I think she was trying to kill herself when she crashed. And I think that she didn't have no regard for Davion in the back seat, and she was in an argument with Dom, so it was just a win-win for her and her.
How do you know she was in an argument with Dom?
I don't know that. That's just what I think.
Okay.
Because the Life360 said they were going. I mean, to go down that road, 120, like. I feel like you gotta be just like mad or something, because like what are you doing? Like,
so let's go on. Let me ask you about this. Her driving. I mean, you said progress is 35.
She's reckless for sure. My girlfriend would drive with her. She's like a driver really in general. So like that obviously is a part of it. But to be going down a progress 100 is also not just reckless driving. Like there's gotta be something going on for you to just be. It's not just a fun factor. Like. Because Davion and Dom weren't that stupid, you know what I'm saying? Like, they would have said something, I feel like.
When you rode with her, did you ever see her get in a road rage incidents? Did you ever?
Yeah, she's definitely just not like a continuous road rage, but it's like, come on, like, you're going, like, you know.
Just screaming at people.
Yeah,
so how often did you? Were you ever in the car with her?
I was only in the car with her a couple times, really, and her driving to Cedar Point being one of them.
Oh, how was that?
Yeah, that was the time where she was just like aggravated and stuff like just from like on the way home. For example, she was obviously agitated from the argument with her and Dom and stuff like that, and it's just kind of like, yo, chill out, Mackenzie, like just drive,
like is she just a fast driver, or is she like not a good driver?
She's a good driver.
Not a good driver. Okay.
It's like she's careless in general with everything.
When you were with her and hung out with her, did you ever know her to make fun of people, be mean to people?
Everyone can say that. Everyone can vouch for that. Like, she is a bully, really. Like, that's, like, everyone tries to make it out that, like, people are out to get her and stuff like that. Like, I know that when she was saying, like, I'm trying to get people to hurt her and stuff like that, she was instantly coming out to get me, and I'm just like, bro, like, leave me alone. Like, I'm not trying to deal with you and what's going on right now. Like, I'm literally, like, that was part of the reasons why I kind of didn't want to come in here and talk about her, is because I don't want to be dealing with extra stuff with her. I don't want someone to tell her that I want to talk to the police and she's out there trying to make more rumors. Like, Dom obviously was cool with me because Dom was trying to help me buy my car and stuff like that. Like, the car that I have now, Dom helped me find. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, it just makes no sense to say Dom wasn't cool with me.
Right.
And then I know that she did the pendulum, which is to talk to Dom. Like, after he's dead, she did the pendulum with Anthony and Abby.
And so what came of that?
Anthony, he asked if Dom really liked me. And he said yeah. He said that her jaw dropped. And Abby also told me the same thing, that Kenzie liked me.
Who's Abby and who's...
Abby is Dom's cousin, and Anthony is dating Abby. Or he was. I think he's dating her again now.
Gotcha. Gotcha. So, when they did the pendulum thing, to your understanding, did anybody ask what caused the accident?
I mean, I don't want anyone in the family to get mad at me or anything like that from what they have personally told me, because I know that people in his family believe in the pendulum, so I don't want to offend any of them.
No, we know that they do. I know his dad does.
Yeah, and his dad said that he did the pendulum, and that he says that Dom doesn't want anything to happen to her, and he wants, and he said that Dom forgives her, and that he also said, Dom said that she's gonna be okay, that nothing's gonna happen to her. Like, she's gonna be fine and get out of this, basically, is what they said at the pendulum. But I think Uncle Frank is kind of, which is Dom's dad, I just refer to him as Uncle Frank. I think he's kind of just like, because when I talked to him because Kenzie was saying that I went and vandalized the memorial, which is not true at all. Like, I would never, like, why would I go and vandalize them? She kept on making tons of stuff up about me. I don't know why, like, I really don't. And it kind of just hurt me more, like, cause like, why, like, I don't know if it's because I dated her before too, like, or I don't know what it is, like, but I talked to Uncle Frank, and he said that he was gonna talk to Kenzie and make sure everything stops, and he was just like, everyone talking shit about each other is just gonna keep things going and keep people mad at each other. And I'm like, yeah, you're right, like, I haven't talked to anybody about anything, like, I've just been trying to handle this on my own, like, because I was really closer to Davion than I was Dom. I was just getting close with Dom again. But,
so, since her arrest, what's the chatter? What's being said?
Nothing really. I ever since I talked to Uncle Frank, I haven't heard her say anything about me, really, which was low-key, like, the first month it happened, really. Like, that's after I talked to Uncle Frank, everything that she said about me stopped, kind of. So, which that made me, like, feel better.
You ever talked to Dominic's mom?
No, Christine? I haven't talked to Dominic's mom. I know that she feels differently than Frank does, though, I'm pretty sure. Like, she feels basically the opposite of how he feels. But when I talked to Uncle Frank, he was telling me, like, he feels cheated in a way, too, because every time he would go to hang out with Dom, he was busy doing something with Kenzie, which was also the case for me. Every time I asked him to hang out, I don't think he wanted to hang out because he didn't want to hang out with me and Kenzie, because I think he knew, like, he got the idea that Kenzie didn't really like me. I think he kind of played an act as in not liking me when he was around Kenzie, because I don't know why Kenzie would go around and actually believe that he didn't like me, you know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
Like, because he really obviously.
So, have you witnessed or heard from your friends or your girlfriend? You mentioned your girlfriend about Mackenzie driving.
Yeah, my girlfriend just said that she's a bad driver, really. Just over like.
Any examples where people were like, I'm safe being in a car with her?
I remember one instance that, because I'm pretty sure Rosie Brown, her dad's a cop, and this was after Kenzie had crashed. She was saying something about, like, she was basically making fun of Rosie going the speed limit, like, after she had crashed. And it's like, what are you saying, bro? Like, what do you mean? Like, I'm trying to remember exactly what she said, but she was just saying something like, oh, you're going 35 right now, and you're only going, like, on Pearl, basically. Like, and it's just like, bro, what do you mean only? Like, that's the speed limit. There's a speed limit for a reason. Like, if you was going the speed limit, that would have never happened. Like, that wouldn't have been as bad as the crash as it was if you did crash at 35. Like, everybody could still be alive right now. We had Davion's Life360. It didn't tell us that he crashed. It should have told us, but even if it did told us and you were going 35, someone could have came and did something because all of our friends were out in Colorado, so it was a 2-hour time difference. They were all awake, so they would have gotten the notification and everything and been able to get a hold of one of us or something. Like I just don't understand why she was going that fast, but it's just wild to me that she's still reckless and just posting on her Instagram and stuff like that after all of this, as if nothing happened. And I still haven't seen her post anything about Davion even. She posted one picture, but it was Dom in the picture with her and Davion, so it wasn't even, she hasn't posted Davion's GoFundMe, she didn't post, like, she hasn't said anything about Davion at all, which is just, like, crazy to me. Like, she's just completely, like, ignorant to the fact that she not only did that to Dom, the person that was literally taking care of her, but our friend Davion, who was also going through stuff.
Totally innocent too. I mean, he was a third party. He had nothing to do with the two of them.
Let me ask you this. Was she depressed when you guys were dating? I didn't you mentioned
Yeah, I mean, I figured she was, because she would just say stuff like, I can't get high anymore, and like I'm not getting it, like I keep on just smoking and I can't get any,
like she developed a tolerance to it?
Yeah, she was just saying like she can't feel any better from it, basically, and that just so much is going on for her, and that was like 10th grade, 9th grade, so like I can't imagine, like.
Did her parents know she smoked weed?
Yeah, her parents definitely knew she smoked weed.
How do you know that?
Because sometimes we would smoke in her backyard.
I didn't care.
Yeah, I mean, they cared, but they just spoiled her, so it's like, they just kind of let her do whatever. Like obviously at the time, she should not have been really just doing whatever she wanted. That's kind of why I feel like the way they did now, she just always did what she wanted. She talks to everyone how she wanted. Like we were swimming over at the falls in Olmsted Falls, and you're not supposed to be swimming over there, and cops came. And she was just sitting there being disrespectful the whole time, just on her phone. And we're like, Kenzie, bro, like, we're not supposed to even be swimming here. Why are you being disrespectful to them? Like, do you want to get us a ticket? Like, what is wrong with you? Why are you just always like this? Like, even everybody authority is like, that's not the way you're supposed to be acting. And like, the first time when she came over my house, she was cursing in front of my parents, which made my parents, like, not really like her and stuff like that.
Really?
So, like, yeah, I mean, she wasn't, like, being, like, rude to them or nothing, but she was just, like, being careless around my little brother and my parents, like, just saying shit and shit like that, like, damn, and, like, fuck, like, because she just, like, just spoiled and does whatever they want. That's what she's used to, so she's never really listened to nobody. She's never.
Did you ever know her parents to discipline her, ground her, take her phone away, anything?
They definitely didn't. They never disciplined her in any way. They spoiled her for sure. I liked her parents though. Her parents are really nice, obviously. Like, they obviously they wanted to take care of her and just treat her like a princess, but you know, you can't always do that.
Right.
Did you ever know her to use any drugs besides marijuana?
I mean, I've heard that she used coke at parties and stuff like that. That's it. Or tripped. That's it though. I knew that Dom didn't like her tripping and stuff like that though, because she has epilepsy or she can have seizures or something like that. So Dom didn't really ever want her tripping. I know that.
So I'm sure you've heard, at this point it's public record, but you know, there were some shrooms found.
Yeah.
It's in the police report that's been released.
I mean, I don't know what happened that night. I mean, I'm not gonna lie. Davion had texted me that day, and he said, "Do you want to take acid with me, Joey, Kenzie, and Dom tonight?" And I just said, "Hit me up later, bro." I was like, "I'm busy right now." And that was the last time I even texted Davion. I'm assuming they didn't take acid because people were saying they had shrooms, so that kind of like steered me away from all that stuff. Like, I don't even think I can touch that stuff again now because of that, because like, I don't know, like, I don't want to
just remind you,
right? Because like, if they wasn't like, maybe like, I don't know if Kenzie was tripping or not, but like, if she was, like, that could have maybe even been avoided too, or like, I just don't understand why she was like they let her get that fast. I don't know if Davion and Dom were tripping and that's why they couldn't prevent the crash or something like that. So like that's just like why I don't like, I just smoke weed now, that's it.
So you think an argument happened in the car?
I mean, yeah.
I mean, you know all of them. So
From Dom and Kenzie's relationship, like they were just always arguing. She was just, that's just how they were. And like me and Joey have always talked about it. We're like, bro, Dom has so much going for himself. Like, why does he stick with Kenzie? Like, he can do so much better. Like
So,
Dom is an intelligent person.
explain something to me real quick though. They get into an argument. Okay. They argue, but why drive the car into the building?
That's why I feel like she was trying to kill herself, and she wasn't really necessarily trying to kill them. I feel like she was trying to kill herself, and she just had no regard for Davion because of that's just how she is. Like that's just what I think the consensus is that she did it on purpose. I don't think people know why.
That's what people think?
Yeah, people think that she crashed off, like, at least in our friend group, kind of, like, we don't really know exactly what happened, because we don't know, like, if she tried to swerve or anything like that, but, like, when it first happened, that's definitely what everyone thought was she was trying to do it on purpose. Like, that was the first thing that went into everyone's heads is, like, she had to have been trying to kill herself when she did that, because why do you just do that? Like, it's not like it was completely dark. There was that sign that was lit up right in the front, like, you saw that sign. It
You guys knew more before we even knew. I mean, before we even had any idea about the speed and any of that, you know.
I was hurt.
A bunch of people who had access to Life360
I mean, there was like
sent us screenshots saying, "Look how fast they went." We had no idea at the time.
Yeah, there was probably like 14 people in our Life360 because we're all super close. So it was probably.
They all saw that speed down progress.
We didn't even find out that they crashed because of the Life360 though. Like we should have found out, but the crash detection only works if the drive was over a mile long and if their phone has more than 20% and they don't have low power mode on. And when they crash, it's supposed to call everybody's phone, like everyone that's in the Life360.
Oh, I didn't know that.
And it's supposed to also send out an emergency dispatch because we pay for the premium. In our little group, we all just pay $2 a month.
You guys got nothing.
And we got nothing, which means that it was either she got over there too quickly because it was too short of a drive for it to have to register the crash, or Davion's phone was in low power mode. So that's just what it didn't alert us though. It was supposed to, but I was told that his heart tore instantly, so it didn't matter anyways. Like whether it did tell us that they crashed or not, I was told that Davion had died on impact. So. I ended up finding out when I was at Cedar Point the next day, and my friend Joey called me and he was like, "Yo," and I was like, "I'm busy right now." He's like, "It's kind of important." He's like, Davion's sister's friend just texted me and said Davion died in a car accident this morning. I'm like, Davion's sister's friend? I'm like, what? I'm like, I didn't really believe it at first because like that's a weird chain of line. I was and then I was just trying to call people. I tried calling Davion, and then I tried calling Dom, and both of their phones went to voicemail, and then I called Kyle, which was like Dom's best friend, and then he told me.
Kyle Smith?
Yeah. And then he told me that they crashed.
So let me ask you this: we received a tip from somebody who's been very reliable that you were threatened by Mackenzie's mom not talking to the police.
No, I haven't been threatened by Kenzie's mom.
Were you threatened by anyone? Anyone tell you don't talk to the cops?
No.
Any type of like witness intimidation?
Did she ever ask you, maybe not threaten you, but say...
What I've told people is I don't want to talk to the police because I haven't been that bad. I don't even see Kenzie's mom technically anymore. Kenzie's mom is actually
Really?
Yeah. Like Kenzie's mom is super nice. When I've known her and when I've been over her house, like I feel like Kenzie's mom's a good person. And also her dad was more of an authoritative figure. Like her dad would try to punish her, but she was still spoiled. So like, her dad didn't really want her smoking weed and stuff like that. I know when she did smoke weed, her dad wouldn't let her vape. I know that.
So since the crash, did you see her out and about? I know there were pictures that we got.
I've tried to avoid anywhere she would be because of everything that she's been saying to everyone, that I'm trying to hurt her and stuff like that. So I just don't want to get more stuff put out for no reason. So like I've only been to the graveyard one time because I know that she goes there a lot, and I just didn't want to run into her. So I only went to that spot one time, and then I just didn't go there.
How did she get to the graveyard? Did she drive?
Like her friends would pick her up. I'm pretty sure, like random friends would pick her up and take her, and she would just sit there in the wheelchair, I guess. And like then other people would be sending pictures to me of her posting on private stories of her at parties and stuff like that. Like I know that she's been to 2 concerts since. My stepsister seen her at the Playboy Cardi concert.
Do you have any of those pictures?
No, I don't. I got a new phone since, because that's why I couldn't call you guys back, was because my mic was broke on my phone. So
last thing I have here is Landon Turner.
It was weird with him. Like I was asking him like, what happened, bro? I'm like, you have to, like, cause I was looking mad about everything. I'm like, that you were with them last, like I feel like it could have went different in so many ways, because I was supposed to be with them that night technically if I did trip with them. And then I was at Joey's house that night too, and Davion was supposed to stay the night at Joey's, but his mom didn't let him, so I had to leave Joey's house, and Davion just ended up staying with Dom and Kenzie. And then I was talking to Bubba, and he was sitting there telling everyone, he was like, I was about to ask Davion to just stay the night with me. I don't know why I didn't. Like, stuff like that. And Davion lived with Bubba for a little bit too, which is Landon. And so it was just like weird to me when he wouldn't tell people like really what happened that night. His stories were, at first he was like against Kenzie, but the girl that he's dating, Rosie, is like one of Kenzie's like better friends. I wouldn't say best friend because I don't really know like her friend group or nothing like that, but I know that Rosie was with her a lot in that Dom's house. So I feel like he started trying to protect Kenzie after the first day because his girlfriend told him or something like that. And then his stories just kind of started switching up, and then he started acting weird about it. I'm like, were they arguing when they left, bro? I was like, and then he was telling me at first that they were arguing when they left. Like, there was an argument or there was a dispute, but then the next day he completely changed the story, and he was just saying that Davion and Dom were asleep, and then they woke up, and Kenzie didn't go to sleep at all. She was like drawing or something like that. She was just coloring in coloring books, and then they left the house. And then
And he told you this?
That's what he told everybody.
So he told everybody?
We were all at, like, everyone was at the memorial for like a week straight or so. So like that's kind of like what.
So that his tune changed?
Yeah, it definitely.
His story changed.
And I would always ask him, I'm like, bro, I'm like, I feel like you know more to this, what kind of, I'm like, because you were there at Paul's house, like, I'm like, can you, like, and then he pulled me to the side, and he's like, I didn't really know who to trust and just like that. I didn't know who to tell because Kyle had asked him first, like, what really happened, and he lied to Kyle at first about something. I'm like, you need to go tell Kyle the truth. Like, that was Dom's best friend. I was like, Kyle deserves to know. I was like, whatever you told him, I'm like, you need to go and correct. And like, I guess he went and talked to Kyle. I don't really know necessarily if they talked about anything. So I just know that he was all over the place with his stories is what I know.
So, but his first story, immediately after the crash, was that there was an argument?
Yeah, I was being told that there was a dispute and that like things were a little weird when they left. And he also, like, I know Dom texted everyone that night that he loved them. He texted Kyle, I love you. He texted Angelo, I love you. And he also texted his dad, I love you, I'm pretty sure. And he also might have texted Blair, his other good friend, I love you, which is just, you know, kind of out of the ordinary, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And I'm pretty sure Davion also texted his dad, I love you, that night. And he told Bubba, I love you, before he left Bubba, or yeah, before he left Bubba.
So, do you think Mackenzie has it in her to drive a car into a wall? I mean, if you guys speculate that she did it on purpose, do you think she has it in her?
I feel like if she thinks that she can just drive the car into the wall and not feel nothing, you know, like 120 pretty fast into the wall, I feel like the only reason she survived is because of how small she is. Like, I feel like she got insanely lucky, but at the same time, not lucky to have survived that because it's like she killed 2 people. If that was what she was trying to do, but it's like I feel like that's what she was trying to do, was crash the car into the wall.
There was something I was going to ask. Do you knew Dom and you knew Davion pretty well. Did they ever talk about hurting themselves?
No, never.
So you don't see a scenario in which the 3 of them make like a suicide pact.
That's why it was all weird that they all said love you, but no, definitely not. Davion would have never did that. Davion had gotten kicked out, and then he had just went back to his family's house, and the only reason he didn't go on vacation with his family was so he could stay home and work because he just got a new job.
Yeah. Okay, so you don't. So
Davion was over my house when he was kicked out like every single day after school.
So they had a lot going for him.
Did Joey tell you anything about his relationship with Mackenzie?
I mean, like, not like since it's happened, but like before it and like when we were all friends and like things were normal, like, yeah, I mean, we all just agreed that like there's no reason. He has her blocked on Snapchat. Like, he's had her blocked even way before this incident just because he says that she's annoying and like he just doesn't want to deal with her and have to, like, you know what I'm saying? He just doesn't want communication with her, like, so he just had her blocked on everything. But I really don't. Davion would have never killed himself. I don't believe that at all. And Dom had way more going for himself. So
Right.
I don't think Dom would have.
We got that pretty much from everybody. All right. Well, hey, man, I'm going to let the prosecutor know that you came down to talk to us, so, you know, there will not...
All the evidence in interviewing people close to her, investigators concluded there was sufficient cause to arrest her.
Where's she? Right back there, pal.
Hi, Mackenzie. Step out for me. I'm Detective Jesus. I'm the one who's been investigating the crash. You're under arrest for aggravated murder ×2, okay? Nobody's gonna ask you any questions. Nobody's gonna bother you. Can I have your key, please?
Could you please be careful taking this one off so it doesn't break the bracelet, please?
You got it. You got it. No.
Thank you.
You got it. Okay, just keep your hands right here. I'm not gonna tighten these, okay? I don't want to hurt you. You good? Are they good?
With the vehicle's black box data proving 100% acceleration and 0 braking, the transition from an accident investigation to a double homicide case was complete. Investigators secured an arrest warrant for murder, pulling back the veil on the teenage survivor. She was no longer being treated as a grieving, fragile teenager who survived a tragic medical emergency. To the state of Ohio, the girl crying in the back of the police car was now a prime suspect, an adult accused of turning a motor vehicle into a lethal weapon of execution.
Thank you. All right. This cruiser right here.
Actually, he took her out of the car.
After Mackenzie's arrest, attention quickly turned to her parents' reaction, especially her father's. As the shocking news spread, many wondered how he would respond to the allegations against his daughter and whether he would stand by her side or accept the evidence presented by investigators.
At all. That's from the lawyer.
He does not want you guys speaking to her. And I can get him on the phone, and he can tell you that over the phone if that works, or I can go in and tell her not to open her mouth. But how you guys did this on the weekend is just, what you all you do is go, hey, there's a warrant for her. We would have brought her right down here with no problem, but you hit it. It's just unbelievable. I mean, he's 18.
So the warrant was issued today, so we executed it today. The warrant wasn't issued earlier.
Well, you could have made a phone call, couldn't you? You had your creeper out in front of my yard watching.
So, she can't take any, she's an adult, she can't take any phone calls right now. She'll be transferred downtown.
Okay.
I don't know when.
Service just called to advise.
She'll be transferred downtown.
Okay, well, I still need to speak to my daughter, so she understands what her, not to say anything to you guys.
Okay, and I don't know about the phone, we'd have to ask about that.
Can you go find, it's mine, it's not hers, I do need it, I have other children.
And that's how we communicate.
Yeah, and that's how we communicate.
Okay, so
I do need my phone.
I mean, P&D had to roll out the whole mess to pick up an 18-year-old girl who could hardly walk out of a hospital visit. It's just beyond me.
So we follow the law, that's what we're doing today. So her, the phone that was in her hand is the one that we took, but I'd have to check with the detective to find out what's going on with that. I don't know the answer to that.
Can we find out? I do need it like right now.
Okay, let me at least
I have
ask.
another child.
Yeah. No, I get it, So we gotta let go.
Can you, so yeah. Thank you.
Am I going to be allowed to have a 2-minute conversation with her?
You cannot talk to her while she's here, no.
Why doesn't she get a
Well,
phone
she has
call?
legal
If you arrest her, why
representative.
don't she get a phone call?
She was just brought in. They're going to process her as soon as they get the time for her to make a phone call. She will be able to make a phone call.
You just need to advise her, she has a lawyer.
She's a lawyer. She does have a lawyer.
She is 18 years old and she could speak that.
Yeah, but she's a dumb 18-year-old that just turned 18.
Well,
and you guys are no. Folks, all the kids nowadays are dumb, and these guys are going to take advantage of it. She's not allowed to speak to you guys. I'm telling you that.
Her
from
attorney
lawyer.
can call us.
Don't ask her any questions. She's not allowed to.
Her father believed that she was innocent. Whether she is innocent or guilty is not for the police to decide. It is a matter that will ultimately be determined by the court.
Mackenzie, you don't have to speak if you don't want to. It's up to you.
Before drawing any conclusions, let's hear her side of the story.
It's better for you.
The families of Dom and Davion, I'm so deeply sorry. I hope one day you can see I would never let this happen or do it on purpose. I wish I could remember what happened. I'm just so sorry. I'm heartbroken. I love Dom and Davion. We were all friends and Dom was my soulmate. I wish I could take all your pain away. And I'm so sorry. And to my family, thank you for the support and all the love you guys give. Thank you for fighting with me. I love you all so much.
The evidence has been gathered, the investigation has been conducted, and both sides have been heard. Now it's time to see what the court decides.
Today is the sentencing of the defendant for the purposeful and intentional murders of Davion Flanagan and Dominic Russo. And in a way, it's the second time their families are gathered again to grieve. It's also a day when Mackenzie's family will grieve for the future of their daughter. All three of these families and the friends of these families are suffering, and all of their lives have been irrevocably changed because of the actions of the defendant. The unintended and collateral consequences of a selfish, intentional, and cruel decision by Mackenzie will ripple forever in time. It's literally changed history because it's ended two lives. Two young men are dead. Their deaths were horrible, terrifying, and tragic. I will say again, if any reasonable person reviews Exhibit 802, there can be no doubt in your mind what happened this night. There can be no doubt of the absolute terror of the two people in that car. The defendant controlled all the events. She chose the day. Specifically, she chose a day just before her 18th birthday. She chose to drive the car, the time to drive the car. She chose an obscure, previously scouted route through an industrial parkway. She chose the target to hit and the victims. She chose the means and the method to follow through. And she planned and purposefully executed the events of July 31st, 2022. The review of the evidence supports the factual findings, the forensic testimony, the testimony of the first responders, the testimony of the emergency room doctors who treated the defendant, The testimony of the coroner's medical examiner, the testimony of those who knew the victims and the defendant, and the testimony of the BMV official who provided evidence that not only did the defendant deny any medical condition when applying for her license, which her mother co-signed and attested to, but also that just after the accident, Mackenzie renewed her driver's license and again denied any medical condition. In fact, the defendant was so concerned about driving that, as the state mentioned, during the investigation, she asked if they could just suspend her license for 10 years. It is hard to fathom how a person could be concerned about their driving privileges, having just been responsible for the deaths of 2 people. There was no medical condition that caused this as an accident. There was no mechanical failure of the car. The record is clear on the facts and the evidence. Her mother's uncorroborated statements without any medical testimony or records is not persuasive. It is also important to remember that even if Mackenzie intended to also die in this crash, that is irrelevant. A failed suicide attempt is not a defense to murder. And even in a murder-suicide attempt, when the perpetrator executing the plan survives, the other death or deaths are still murder. There's only one person who's responsible for the pain of everyone in this room, and that person is you, Mackenzie. Nobody else is responsible. This isn't the fault of Dominic's family, or Davion's family, or your family. And I know that each of you have asked your questions to yourselves, what if? What if I had done this or that? The truth of it is, none of us can control the intentions of another. And when there is a purposeful intent to harm or kill someone, it is the perpetrator alone who bears the responsibility for the choice and the consequences and the harm that follows. The difficulty for sentencing today, honestly, is whether or not I believe you should get consecutive sentences. I'm troubled that should I give you a concurrent sentence, that people will believe that somehow I'm being disrespectful to one of the victims. And on the other hand, I have to weigh the punishment. There's a very good likelihood, Mackenzie, that you will spend the rest of your life in prison. That won't be up to me. That will be up to the parole board, and that will be up to you to a great extent. I understand that the pain in this room wants me to impose the harshest sentence, but I don't believe that would be the appropriate sentence, because I do believe that Mackenzie will not be out in 15 years. So she's sentenced on count 2, the murder of Davion Flanagan, 15 years to life. She's sentenced on count 1, the murder of Dominic Russo, 15 years to life, to be served concurrent to each other with credit for time served. I'll waive fines, fees, and costs, and your appellate counsel will be assigned. Are there any questions from the state?
No, Your Honor. Thank you.
Any questions?
No, Your Honor.
All right, thank you.
Though Mackenzie appealed her conviction in late 2024, the appellate court reviewed the black box metrics and upheld her sentence. Recently, the case has resurfaced in the public eye due to the Netflix documentary, The Crash, sparking intense debates online. Her family continues to advocate for her innocence, while the families of Dominic and Davion strongly dispute those claims.